What's up, y'all? This is D from Sports Talk Cam and D. We are here for another wonderful episode today. Today we are going to discuss what sport has the worst officials. So, in America, there are three major sports: there's basketball, there's baseball, and there's football. So, we all know as fans, we love when the game goes smooth, calm, enjoyable. Everything is what we love. But at the second time, what we hate is a blown call. Because we know that a blown call can ruin the game. And lots of times, some officials let this blown call stick. They don't overturn it. They just let it stick. And a lot of times, when you let a blown call stick, it ruins the game. It ruins the energy of the game. It makes the players mad. It makes the coaches mad. And it also makes us lovely fans sitting in the stands mad. So, we are going to discuss sport by sport who has the worst officials. So, I am going to start off with the wonderful sport of baseball. Now, baseball has been a historic sport in all of America. So, in the sport of baseball, you have four officials. There is the first base umpire, the second base umpire, the third base umpire, and there's the home plate umpire. And a lot of times, the home plate umpire is the main official. So, in the sport of baseball, many officials are older guys, so they're not really fresh in the head. The vision is not really fresh like it was when they started, and lots of times they like to go by the older rules of the game versus the new, fresher rules that MLB has created for the game. So, a lot of times that gives them a bad rep. And you don't want an umpire with a bad rep being the official of the game, because you just know what's going to happen. You just know that that person has a reputation for blown calls. A few of umpires with that reputation: Joe West, Angel Hernandez. Joe West and Angel Hernandez have caused so much stress through so many games, through so many seasons, because of that bad reputation of blown calls that they bring with them. So, a lot of times when you hear the name Joe West, Angel Hernandez in a game, right off the bat, bad energy comes flowing in, because you just know one call, blown, one call, blown. They're going to do it and do it and do it because they feel like they can do it. So, I did a little research. In the season of 2018, there were over 34,000 blown calls, which totals up to 14 blown calls a game. That right there is too many blown calls. Why were there over 34,000 blown calls? Again, like I said, which totals up to 14 blown calls a game. That means there were 14 unfairly called games that season. Right there, this is too much. I don't understand why MLB didn't step in, kind of change it, but they're going to do what they want to do. All they have to do, literally, is stop the game, check out the footage. If the call is wrong, just overturn the call. But this hardly happens in a baseball game. A lot of times, if a call is blown, it's blown. We hardly ever see them stop the game, check out the footage, recall it. Lots of times, umpires like to go with what they see. If they see that you're out, you're out. If they see that it's a strike, it's a strike. Lots of times, they go off what they go because they feel that they're the boss of the game. Their word is their word. That's just how it is in baseball. We all know that. Some umpires have good reps, some have bad reps. Some of them have drugged their bad reps through the years and just don't care how we see them. get their paycheck to do their thing. So now we are going to switch over to the basketball court. We are going to switch over to the NBA. Now, in the NBA, the officials do it way differently than the officials do in baseball. When an umpire blows a call in baseball, like I said, they never like to check out the footage. But officials in basketball, when a play is clearly blown, they stop the game, go to the footage, check out the footage. If the call needs to be overturned, they have no issue overturning the call because they stopped, checked out the footage, which takes no time. Only takes a couple minutes to look at it, overturn it, and keep the game rolling. That is what makes basketball games just a little bit more peaceful because if a call needs to be overturned, they take the time to check it out, overturn it. In my opinion, that's what makes NBA officials a little bit more better than baseball officials. Now, we are going to switch to the football field, NFL. Now, I'm not a big football fan, but I've seen games where I've seen questionable calls from the refs. Just like they do in basketball, they do the same thing in football. If the game needs to be stopped to check the footage, they stop the game to check the footage. I don't understand why it's that hard for officials in baseball to do the same thing officials do in basketball and football. It literally only takes a few minutes to check the footage and overturn a call. I just don't understand why it's that difficult in baseball, but like I said, they're going to do what they want to do. So, in football, there has been very memorable games where there were very memorable blown calls. For an example, 2016 Super Bowl, Falcons, Patriots. That game right there had so many questionable calls. Because if you remember, in the first half, the Falcons were destroying the Patriots. Then somehow, second half, Patriots pull some memorable, questionable, overturn, and destroy the Falcons. Now, a lot of people feel that something happened in halftime with the officials. Some people feel the officials were paid off to blow calls against the Falcons. Now, it has not been proven that that's what happened. That's just to say so. That's just the rumor that goes around. But, again, footage could have been checked, but was footage checked? Not that game. But, like I said, in the game of football and the game of basketball, the officials see that there's no problem stopping the game, checking footage to make sure calls are right. Now, there have been personal blown calls against certain players from certain officials. Again, that's officials with bad reps, or personal vendettas against teams, against players, against coaches. In my opinion, that right there is unquestionably wrong. Having a vendetta against a player, against a team, bringing your bad reputation in to blow calls as you feel is very unprofessional, unquestionably wrong. So, as I've broken down these three sports and officials of these three sports, so I'm going to give my opinion on, out of these three sports, what sport has the worst official, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say that it is baseball. Because as I said in the beginning of this video, baseball has older officials. A lot of these older officials aren't too fresh with the new rules. They aren't too fresh with good vision. Like I said, they do what they want to do. They call it how they want to call it. They never check the footage, which, again, only takes a few minutes to stop the game, check the footage. We don't know why. They prefer not to do it, but again, it's their choice. They're the official. But like I gave you the number, 34,000 blown calls, which equaled up to 14 blown calls a game right there. That's just unbelievable. And I, as a baseball fan, look at that in a very bad light, because that means there are very bad reps from officials in baseball. Now, basketball, football, not too many blown calls, not too many referees, officials with bad reps. We've seen games caused, mishaps caused in the game by blown calls, but as a sport, things happen, calls get blown. Sometimes they get overturned, sometimes they don't. But we can't change it. We're fans, we're not the officials. We can't go down there and say, hey, check the video, you need to overcall that. We're fans, we're not coaches, we're not players. So, I want you to put in the comments of this video, you tell me what sport, in your opinion, has the worst officials. Tell me how you feel about a call being blown and not being checked. So, think about, out of these three sports, whatever sport you watch, whatever sport you follow, you tell me how you feel about blown calls in sports, how you feel about blown calls in games. From the baseball fans, I want you to put in the comments, out of Joe West, Angel Hernandez, are they A, Angel Hernandez is worse, B, Joe West is worse, or C, are they both worse? So for my basketball fans, my football fans, I don't know too many officials, but put in the comments, you tell me who is the worst official out of those two sports. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. As I always say at the end of our videos, go subscribe to Sports Talk Academy D on YouTube. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your views, your subscribes. Keep coming back as we keep putting out videos. We love all our fans. Again, this is D, Sports Talk Academy D. We love y'all. Peace out.